What's new, fat hay?
Today on Action Figure Times, we're going to be looking at the Batman Incorporated figure, Man of Bats. Hi, Doc Owen here with Action Figure Times. We're continuing to look at the Batman Incorporated series from DC Direct. I have to say that up to now I've actually been kind of impressed with what they've given us, but simply because of the articulation that they're adding. Again, I think if they would add articulation, I mean super articulation to their figures, they would have some of the best stuff out there. Maybe because of their limited production runs. You know, when I was talking to them, one thing that they told me is that the reason that they didn't make articulation is they were just trying to make great looking figures that looked as true to the source material as possible. And honestly, I think they do that probably better than anybody else. But now, today we're going to look at Man of Bats. He's the Native American Batman. So really, I believe that he would be now be the third Batman in the United States. We've got Bruce, the real Batman. We've got Dick, the on-again, off-again Batman. And then we have Man of Bats. Now, Man of Bats, as you know, his partner was Little Raven, now his Red Raven, and I believe that that's his son. And most recently, he's actually appeared in Batman Incorporated. I hadn't read the story because I hate Batman Incorporated storyline, and so I didn't get into it. Now, you know, I guess maybe I should read it before I hate it, but just the overall concept. If you're reading it and love it, okay. Now, once again, he's got a twist tie on here. Actually, he's got the most twist ties so far. He's got 3. You know, at one point I wanted to have a contest about Grant Morrison, where I have a Grant Morrison action figure made, and then every week give away, because we give away a lot of prizes on Action Figure Times, Prize Monkey. He might be ornery and a knucklehead sometimes, but he is very good at giving away prizes. Give away a prize each week for who could make the most fun of Grant Morrison, simply because I hated the fact of what he did to Batman. But moving right along. Now, this guy actually looks pretty cool. He's got a nice look. I think they've done a good job with the feathers. You can even see where this one's coming around him. He's kind of got about the Batman forehead of the cowl. Lots of feathers on there. This is actually a very, very nice looking figure. He's got the jade colored Batman emblem across his chest. Honestly, that's a bit, to me, reminiscent of the Batman Beyond Bat. Anyway, he's got some bracelets here with some jade. He's got twisty wrists. And there we've got he's got a elbow joint. Doesn't move as much as some of the other ones. Got some bicep joints. So you are able to pose him a whole lot more. Now his legs, he actually has that's a pretty dramatic for a DC Direct. Now he can in no way Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's got the chaps on. I guess they're not technically chaps. He's got the pants with the fringe on them. Those are kind of cool. Nice looking boots here. Now, he also has his axe with him. It's got a little bit of a turquoise wrap and things. I don't know that I've seen too many Native Americans have an axe like this. This looks more like something like a Viking would use. And I just wonder, like when you're fighting crime and you're trying to avoid killing people, you think this is like the best tool to have? Because to me, this would be, oops, sorry. About that. I also like the fact that in his hand wraps, and maybe we can show you this when he's up close, his hand wraps actually go around his palms and things like that. He's got a fist on one side, so it's only going to go in into his left hand. But he's ready to go. He's ready to punch. Whoa. This is kind of neat. Cool. He really is a cool figure. You can see his black hair there. I think this, no, actually that's a cowl. That's not supposed to be here. Got the black cowl there. Basically, it's a Batman cowl, but he's put this headdress on it. It's pretty intricate. It's got some nice styling up there. Nice paint job, really. One thing I think that they messed up on, and maybe this is the way it is in the comics, but the red comes up a little high and the green comes a little low, and so they overlap, and that looks kind of weird. Now on the back, I've got a little bit of a green paint splotch right there. So anyway. Let's see, he's got one peg. And so he goes on there pretty well. And let's see, I've got the Batman from the series. Let's see how he is as far as... Is Batman taller? It's hard to tell. Batman should be the tallest. I mean, Batman's the man. But all in all, he's kind of a cool figure. Nice to have you on board, Man-O-Bats. Thanks for the steady paycheck, Kimosabe. Anyway, let's go ahead and put him on the turntable and see what he looks like. Now, looking at Man of Bats up close, I have to say I like how they actually cut the slits into the eyes. That's actually an indentation in there. I can run my fingernail in it. I like the whiteness of it. I mean, it really looks good. The feathers look awesome. I like all the detail that we have in here. I like the detail of the feathers and things like that. You can kind of see in the back. I thought it was hair. In fact, that looks kind of like hair, but it's actually looks to be the back of the cowl. Symbol looks good. You can see here what I was talking about with where the paint symbols meet. I think that's probably a problem there that they should have fixed. He's got his armbands. Nice looking fringe. That's kind of cool. Nice boots. Now on the back here, you can see where they had a little bit of paint off where somebody must have streaked the brush or something like that. So anyway, this is actually a very, very cool looking figure. His articulation is there. I like these feathers coming off to the side. Nice articulation in the shoulders and things. You've only got one hand that can hold his axe. Speaking of which, here it is right here. Again, I mean, that's going to be kind of hard not to have lethal damage, but it goes very easily right there in his hand. Well, there you have it. This is Doc Owen with Action Figure Times. I hope you've enjoyed looking at Man of Bats from the Batman Incorporated series of DC Direct. These are available at your local comic shop. If you would, please tell all your friends about us. Leave comments and things. We're trying to build our subscribership, let everybody know what we're doing, and hopefully giving people a lot of good information, letting you see some things and having fun while we're doing it. This is Doc and Owen reminding you to be extraordinary. We'll see you over at Action Figure Times at aftimes.com.